Hi, Missy. How are you today?
I'm good, Abe. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for being with me.
Thank you for being with me.
Tell me what you like most about Julie.
I like that Julie is like, she's just she's like totally comfortable in her own skin and having fun and like, loves fiercely, loves this person fiercely, but is also like, I refuse to allow you to wallow in what it is like. I mean, obviously, like I know it's really, really hard to get divorced and to change your life, and you have a child, and there's this new woman, and she's younger, and she's weirdly, I mean, okay, now she's got a gorgeous house and whatever, but fuck her, like you, like I love you, it's about friendship, and she just has great friendships, and it's really fun to be a woman in this movie. Like it's just kind of magic.
It does feel
She's
sort
like
of segmented that you're like in your own sort of storyline and don't get as much of a chance to interact with the entire ensemble. Do you feel like you got to do that, or seeing the film was more of an experience to finally get to see all the different parts of it?
Yeah, I didn't see any of the wedding because I wasn't a part of it, even though I was like on the she calls me from the bathroom, but like it was a delight. And I feel like you see, her presence is sort of throughout it, and she just keeps cheerleading this woman. She's like her life coach, just like let's go, you got this. It's fun. And anytime she has a moment of shame and like, oh God, or second guesses herself, she's there to say like, just to build her up. And that's what you do when you're a best friend. Like it's such an honor to be like a best friend of someone. Like and I don't take it lightly in my own life. Like I have friendships that I deeply, deeply care about. And it's so nice because you don't have to like, be like like a partner, So you don't have to just have one and like be with them for the rest of your life. But with a best friend, you can. You can still be with them for the rest of their life and you always get to cheerlead them. And you never have to have gross, ugly fights. There's just so much respect and fun. Julie's fun.
How do you think she compares to other roles that you play? Do you feel like you see echoes of similar things, or this is sort of a departure for you?
Um, it's funny because I just did a show called Sterling Point, and I get to play a mom who's kind of a little bit similar to Julie, just kind of a little bit, she's super rich and a little bit drunk, even though I'm sober in real life. But I think for me, a lot of the characters I've played have been, especially when I was younger, I wasn't as comfortable in my own skin, but I loved being in someone else's skin. Like it got to actually be myself. Like I'm sort of a shy, or not as shy anymore, but I was really shy when I started out. And I'd have to go in these rooms and pretend like, hi, it's just such a like auditioning all the time is so crazy. It's a crazy thing to do. It defies all anyway, just like you're constantly being like, hey, will someone give me a job? But like I would say the characters, like some of the more iconic characters that I've gotten to play, like, like Valiara in Galaxy Quest, or, Mrs. Beauregard and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and some of those other ones, like they are more like there's like they're a little off and they don't really, they're not, they have like a flaw or a thing or, or they're an alien. But this character, she's like a real person. She's more relatable and she's more closer to who I am. So that was really fun. The other character that I've played is me in real life, Abe, I would say. It was a long way to go about that, but
That's great. What can you say about Amy as a filmmaker?
Amy is a goddamn delight. She's a great actor. She's a phenomenal talent. She wrote this really beautiful script and had like these incredible producers that just nurtured her, mostly women. And then they were just so gentle and gracious with her and encouraging. And then we had to shoot this in a very short amount of time with a very limited budget. And in that situation, she was so generous and happy and grateful to all of, like, so grateful. And it made us all feel like we could do anything. And so you just watched a bunch of people just being like creating magic. I feel like there's so many wonderful performances in this movie where people are just feeling like open. Then that all comes from her. just being like, oh, I love what you're doing. Do more, more, please, more. And then you can like open yourself up to all the little magical things that pop in into your brain. And then she's like, oh yeah, say that. You know, I love that. I loved it when you, oh, I loved it when you said that, you know, like so much improv and fun. And Bradley, her husband, being there too, and just being like, oh, what if you said she's going to a, that looks like a, what are you going to a quinceanera? And like that was from him in the movie and just funny, just so much funny stuff. It was fun. Wish they could all be like Amy.
Well, aside from For Worse, what's something that you've seen recently that you've really enjoyed?
Something I've seen recently that well, I loved Hamnet. Oh, that was really, 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 really lovely. And I loved Begonia. Oh, that was nuts and just extraordinary. I really loved Jesse, what's his name, and um the other girl who's very talented. What's her name again?
Emma Stone?
Emma Stone. Who is she? People, one day people will know of Emma Stone. But I just like that one. Just I loved, and I love that filmmaker. I've loved everything. I loved, you know, the Lobster and The Favorite, and just I just it's just fun. I mean, it's a little at the end. It was a little wacky, but I loved it. I mean, and then goodbye, everybody. It's a little dark, but I get it.
Well, I'll just end by asking if you've seen Dogtooth, one of his early films. That's Greek.
No, I haven't. Should I see
Okay.
it?
Yes, it was
It's in
nominated for Best
Greek.
International Feature from Yorgos Lanthimos. It's very, very dark, but if you liked Begonia, definitely give it a shot.
I love him. There's very little that he could do that I wouldn't. And I know what I love too about just cinema in general is you'll say, God, I love that movie. People are like, oh, I hated it. I hated Hamnet. Oh, I hated whatever. And you're just like, I didn't really like Marty Supreme. I thought it was just too, and I was just, someone needs to slow the fuck down. Like, I just wanted a moment to relax. Um, yeah. So I love it. I love doing this. It's so subjective and sometimes very magical.
Well, thank you so much, Missy. It was a real pleasure.
It's a pleasure talking to you too. Thanks, Abe.